standing there doing, a couple of hours of the same internal skill, working on a swing move, I'm not going to say that I have any evidence to tell me that that makes a player a lot better, but I have seen people functioning in a different practice space in terms of, really well organized short sessions, a lot of goals tied to the sessions in terms of what they want to achieve, or understanding whether it's internal motor skill change, external competitive skill, all boxed off with some of the great work of Gabrielle Wolf in terms of internal focus, external focus, distal proximal focus, competitive space, lots of real good detail in terms of what does this practice session mean to me and what's the real detail in this practice session. So, but it's like everything else. You see guys that are excellent ball strikers and they practice their ball strikers. You hear stories about Bernard Gallagher, the former Ryder Cup captain, and he was so good with his wedges and iron irons that one of the guys recalls the story because that's all he ever practiced, because he said, that's if I'm really, really good at this, I'm going to keep working at this. So going back, working on your real weaknesses, sometimes you've got to question that sometimes if you look at the research as well. So I would say I like a really good practicer to me is with somebody who would not practice for an hour, but would practice for 40 minutes and would spend 15 minutes planning and 5 minutes reviewing. So I break up the hour differently. I do 15 minutes, what am I trying to achieve? I do the 40-minute session, which would be laid out pretty well, and then I do a 5-minute review. So I'd introduce an intellectual piece into the practice as opposed to just the physical piece. And if I did that a lot of times, I'd get very good at this game. Whereas if I stand up and just hit shots, I'm probably practicing something I already know how to do. I've acquired that skill. And if people stand there, it's like me saying to you, I'm speaking English today, and I'm just going to work on it for 3 hours to groove the skill of speaking English. But unless I go into a book, unless I see a word I don't understand, which happens frequently, take the time to go and find out what it means, and then use it again so I don't lose it. So unless I make a change to my neural pathways and the way they see the world, I'm probably not going to improve my English.